Hello, everybody. I'm Grim Reaper. With me, as always,
Cynical Squid.
and
PerryThePig.
and tonight we've got with us Aeistrya. How you doing, Ace?
Doing. That sounds
So
right.
tell everybody a little bit about yourself, as far as like how you got started in the last Epoch.
I'm a PoE transplant. So I was playing PoE for 6-ish, 7-ish years, something along those lines. And like everybody else, the harvest stuff was devastating, to say the least. So I saw someone made a video on deterministic crafting, and I was like, oh, this looks interesting. So I bought the game, and then I actually didn't decide to try it out until a friend of mine was here. He came and visited us for about a week, and I was really stressed out because he was flying back home. He's on the West Coast, I'm East Coast, and this is just what I do. I get stressed out when my friends fly places. So I was like, this is a good day as any to pick up this game and just start. But interestingly enough, first night streaming, first night playing, Perry came in and raided for the I never knew what a raid was before then. I was like, what's going on? I'm like on Discord with friends, and I'm just like, guys, I'm being raided. Like, what's going on? And they're like, thank them, Rookie, thank them. I'm like, okay.
How come I'm always rating people on their first day of streaming? They don't know what it is. First day playing Last Epoch. We did this with Loaf. We did this with man, it feels like a lot of people at this point.
You did this with Jacob too, because I was listening to his episode recently, and you did the same thing. Like day 2, you rated him. I was like, is this a thing you do? Like you have a habit?
I might call it that. I don't know. Listen, the point of the podcast is to highlight people who are playing Last Epoch. And right now, there's really not that many people playing Last Epoch. There's a lot of folks out there who are just waiting for, Ziggy D to release his next video talking about, okay, now here's the time to play. And then the other half of people are just waiting for multiplayer to come out, which I think might lead us into the first topic of something that Cynical Squid is super prepared to walk us through.
Yeah, totally.
So what piece of information did we just learn about today?
So basically, they had a setback with multiplayer, as it turns out, because they're migrating a bunch of stuff. They're basically improving a bunch of stuff on their back end, and that's messing with multiplayer. So the good news is everything that worked before still works. They're just having issues integrating other things at this point. So they gave us the update there. They said friends list and stuff is working. They said gameplay and everything's still working. So basically, it's not really that much of an update, to be fair.
It's not the multiplayer update, but there was one piece of information they snuck in there, which I think is important for us. So they said that Q1 of 2022, which will be starting in about a month from now, right in January, will be the beginning of the community testing. So people like Quiet for Me, people like McFluffin will be doing the community testing for multiplayer. So that's on track. It's looking good. I'm into it.
Yeah.
And by I guess by on track, I mean anyone who's following along should not be surprised by this. They haven't done community testing yet. Hasn't started. It'll start in the future. So yeah, I mean I guess I'm happy about it. Not too much new information.
I'm stoked for that, though. That means people are going to actually be able to give some feedback, some really good critical feedback. All those people you mentioned that are CTs are really good at it. Same thing with Heavy. Heavy's another CT that's big on the forums, too, that's going to give them some good feedback on that. So I'm super stoked. That might make it go a little bit quicker once the CTs start testing.
See what kind of stuff they can break, too.
Yep.
So I have a whole list full of things we've learned about in the past week and almost the past 2 weeks, because there's been a lot of information coming out. Before we get too far into things, I do want to make sure that we focus a little bit more on Ace, because I like asking this question because I don't know the answer to it. When people find you, Ace, if someone finds you on YouTube or Twitch or on some other piece of social media, if they find you and they're tuning in for the first time, they hear you talking, what does somebody expect to see?
So I'll do the serious answer first, and then I'll do the not so serious answer. Serious answer is you're going to see... I want to say like min-maxing because I was thinking about this on my drive home today because I like to take builds and I like to play builds until I'm so sick and tired of it that I'm just like, okay, I need to do something different. I'm not really one to like flip back and forth between things. I think you actually pointed it out to me once. You're like, wait, you're still playing this? I'm like, yeah, I'm still playing this. I'm not bored of it yet. I like taking things to see like how far I can actually get it to. If there's like a perfect item, I want that. So I'm chasing things down. Not so serious answer is my advice for anybody that tunes into anything that I do is lower your volume settings. I get loud and I get shrill. That's my first warning. When the devs rated me a couple of weeks ago because they did that, and I was like, lower your settings. I get very loud unexpectedly. So yeah, so that's what you could expect from me.
Give me some context. I didn't realize that you'd played 6 years of Path of Exile. What's something that you like did or achieved or like a build that you played that was sweet? Like give me the rundown there.
Okay, I have 2 for this.
Right.
My favorite build to date that I had, and I'm not going to say that I'm like this brainiac theory crafter. I'm not. This is the first game I'm theory crafting in, so I'm actually a little excited to learn that. For those of you who don't know, I don't have a lot of time right now, so this will be hopefully taking in after the spring semester finishes. But I'm excited to theory craft. But the one build in Path of Exile that I proudly can claim that I took a lot of ownership over is a 9 frenzy charge Dark Rays Bronzelet Cyclone with Shatter. So the other thing people probably have picked up about me at this point, I like anything ice related. So shattering on PoE was extraordinarily fun for me. Anything cast on crit for Cyclone, great, good fun. I play a lot of archers, and I did a bleed gladiator bow build in Harvest League, actually, which was my second favorite build of all time. I think the DPS capped out at like 70-80 mil or something according to Path of Building, but it was fun. I was like 3-shotting Cirrus. I needed to hit him 3 times. Died, but
I like the honesty. That's good. Cool.
I'm not like this god gamer. That's not a thing. That's not a thing. I will die. I don't play hardcore because I know I will die.
See,
but I play like glass cannon builds.
Some people say that, Last Epoch is going to be done when multiplayer comes out. Some people say it'll be done when 1.0 comes out. I think I think Last Epoch is going to be done as soon as they take the sound effect of Herald of Ice and put it into Last Epoch. Like that's what I'm missing.
That's it. That's what I'm looking
yes.
for.
Okay, good.
I'm looking for something so satisfying for ice. Ooh, I think I just totally screwed something up.
Let's not break too many things. But
No,
speaking of ice, I wanna poke at something. Before the podcast started today, I was making a list like what are we talking about? What are we talking about? And one thing that came up immediately was a new set of unique items that just got teased. And these are, let's see, this is new unique items coming in the Eternal Legends update. So I guess if anyone doesn't know, we have Eternal Legends. It's kind of like Twitch chat, please. Eternal Legends is the name of the next update coming out on December 10th, 2021. So coming out in maybe a week and a half at this point. And they just put out a handful of new uniques. The first of which takes a stat that is borderline unusable and makes it relevant, which is really sweet. So this is one called Snowdrift. I just linked it in Twitch chat as well if you want to take a look at it. But this is frostbite on hit boots. And then it also says increased frostbite effect per 10% freeze rate multi. So all of a sudden, freeze rate multi being like borderline unusable, stop using this thing, it takes up too much space on your items. We can have damage now. I'm so excited. Oh, it's so cool.
Thrilled. I saw that. I was at work and I literally took a walk around. I was like, I need to walk off this energy. I'm so excited. Finally something with ice. The gods have listened. But yeah.
We can finally make builds that we're happy about. All right. So I don't want to call out the co-host too much, but Grimmer Cynical, looking at that list of uniques, we have the uniques that came out here. We have new supporter uniques. We even have somebody in Twitch chat right now who has a unique item coming out in December as well. We have think that's it. Like supported uniques, these uniques teased so far. What are you looking forward to? Like Grim or Cynical?
So I am excited for the Bident because I love javelin. So getting a lightning javelin specific unique is very excited to me. It's got increased electrify effect. Converts all your javelin damage to lightning. So like that fixes how like you can take different nodes now. It's going to open up a lot of stuff, I think, where I can start messing with other nodes within javelin instead of just having to go down specific paths now. So that's the one I'm the most excited about personally.
I like it. Grim, what about you?
No, for me, it's the Judicator, man, because it's got that +2 to Judgment and +2 to Javelin. That thing looks kind of spicy, man. Look at all the stats it's got on it too. That looks spicy. That's something I'm gonna play with.
All right, so the Judicator is plus spell damage, plus melee damage, +2 to Judgment, +2 to Javelin. Oh, you know what? I actually went over this with someone who goes by many names: Barry, Dread, Epic Builds, Apprentice Corner, whatever you know him by. He and I were talking about this. I feel like the thing that I'm most excited about for this is the cooldown recovery speed for lunge. Or wait, no, for Javelin, because then you can actually use your skills more often without having to rely on lunge just to get your Javelin procs out if you're going Holy Flame. Yeah, Judicator. Oh, totally in for it.
Look at his face. He's so excited.
I'm happy for that one, man. I'm ready for it.
I'm gonna try
What's
not
with
to
that
get excited.
face, Barry?
Listen, man. I don't care so much about damage, but I care a lot about playability. Like if something gives me cooldown recovery speed so that I can do the thing more often, it gives you attack or cast speed so that it feels smoother. Maybe some magical skill that didn't scale with attack speed, if they just like let it scale with attack speed, maybe that would be fun. But they wouldn't have a skill like that, would they? They wouldn't. There's no skill in Last Epoch that doesn't scale with attack speed, I think. I don't know. I forget. Maybe I'm forgetting something. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Something like that.
Yeah, but we have, let's see. What else is on the docket here? God, there's so much stuff to talk about.
They've just been constant with like the releases, reveals. It's pretty insane.
I like it a lot. We even have one more thing, but before we like go freeform, talk about whatever we want. I do want to call out one more thing. They snuck this in during one of their posts. They were saying like, hey, we have like the new Druid form coming out. We have new items. We have new other stuff. We also have a new Rogue skill coming out. And they kind of breezed right past it instead of telling us what the Rogue skill is. And I'll have you know, there's even cold conversion and frostbite support on this new Rogue skill. We're getting something called Umbral Blades. Oh, I kind of like it so far. I'm talking too much. Oh no.
It looks sweet. I'm very excited. I want to play like melee rogue with a whole bunch of frostbite stuff now because of the conversion. It's like that's where I want to be personally, as opposed to like doing like the ranged build. I want to be up in the face just frostbiting things all day now.
I have an idea that I'm just like so willing to pitch to you. Okay.
Hold up, Perry. Before we get too far away from the items, just want to point out the ring that's coming out, the Silverfron. Did you look at that?
Nope.
When you directly cast Summon Vines, you are teleported to the target location on it. Plus 7 seconds cooldown duration for Summon Vines. 100% increased Vine Summon when you directly cast Summon Vines. Summon Vines are immune to poison, and 26% increased attack speed and cast speed for Summon Vines. And it's got a crit multi implicit on it, as well as minion damage for the ring. If you could get some way, get the cooldown down on it, on Summon Vines, you could probably pull out some BS movement of just teleporting around the screen, maybe using, I don't know, like maybe the boots. I don't know if the boots would do that for... what's those one boots called? The cooldown boots. If I'm not mistaken, there's a pair of boots that's got cooldown on them.
All right, here's my idea for you. So first of all, this ring that we're looking at says the word minion on it. So for me, I just like pew shoot them. I didn't pay attention to it. However, if you want to use this for, let's see, when you directly cast Summon Vines, you're teleported, right? So how about this? How about this? I got ideas for days. You cast your Summon Vine and you teleport, and then you form swap to Swarm Blade, and you use your dash, and then you form swap to Werebear, and you use your like whatever the new dash is called, and then you form swap to Human, and you Fury Leap, and then you form. It's gonna be the fastest monolith farmer. Form swap dash, form swap dash, form. Yes, absolutely agree with you. I don't like minion builds, but I like going that fast. That's pretty good. Hold the wheel.
If that's the case, let's go. I'm ready to see somebody pull something out like that then.
And then I guess if you want to play a minion build, sure.
I guess.
There's nothing coming out for minions either, is there?
There is something
Other
coming
than
up
the
for
silver,
minions.
other than the silver frond. Oh wait a minute, wait.
I'm about to say the scythe. or
Usurpers, yeah, they're
Yeah.
usurpers mandate.
Plus 2 to skills, and then what is it? It's every time a minion hits an enemy, you gain life. Yeah,
Your
I'm
minions
into
cannot
that.
be
whatever.
stunned.
Okay, it also has minions can't be stunned.
Sure.
That's
Minions get
disgusting.
hit and minions die. And health, but
Ace,
So.
it seems like you and I are on the same page about like Herald of Ice and Cold skills. How do you feel about minions?
I'm not a minion person.
Ah, good. All right, excellent. Just staying on the same page. Good.
I'm sorry for anyone who is.
I'm just gonna throw this out there. You know, maybe 3 for 3. How do you feel about totems? Excellent. All right,
Not
we're on the
really.
same page. Good.
Jeez.
Listen, we
Oh,
I
found.
like doing my damage.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
I want to hit things. I've got the big stick. I don't want a big stick and then have somebody else deal damage.
Right, you're carrying a giant scythe. Might as well use it. But hey, that's just me.
Grim, take notes. We're gonna get you playing some melee builds, okay?
I won't play too many melee builds unless it's a blade dancer. But now, once that new form comes out, Swarm Blade, I will be trying that out. Oh yes, that'll be the first thing that gets me to play Primalist.
It looks like Primalist is fun. Like sure, like you got new skills. You can use what is it? You can use Serpent Strike without a pole arm. You can form swap. You can do this. You can, like sure, you can do all those things. But like I said before, for me, it's like playability. Like, can I play a Primalist? Can I have fun? Like, it's a video game, man. If it's not fun, I don't want to do it. It's like,
Well,
it feels like they're adding a whole new class in, and just like, I'm going to go play every Primalist build, because they all look fun at this point.
For me, it's just the hope that Primalist actually feels smooth instead of feeling like I'm rolling a log up a hill. Because that's the way it feels to play that class right now.
I'm with you. I'm with you. All right. So over this past week or so, I've been 2-shot in Vision GL tournament, playing the hardcore rogue thing, and I instantly died to a monster off screen. We can rehash that. We can talk about how you can technically outplay that. But I feel like my own Twitch chat has been abusing me over like how quickly I died in that tournament. So I'll offer that up. And how about this, Squid? What have you been up to? What have you been doing in last Epoch recently?
Leveling a Warpath Paladin.
And how does that compare to Tempest Strike?
Well, it's playable, so it's already like a one tier up. So I got it's already actually ahead in levels of the Tempest Strike character because I don't die every time I go into a monolith on it, which is nice.
Are you preparing stuff for next patch, or are you just like playing something for fun, or what?
I'm preparing stuff for next patch because I don't have a paladin at level 100 yet, so I'm trying to get a paladin to level 100. So that way that'll give me 6 classes at 100 to start messing with items and builds with and everything. So that's pretty much my only goal right now with Last Epoch until the 10th shows up. Is like I just want to like try to level up as much stuff as possible, mess around with some different builds, things like that.
I hear you. And Grim, I think you're pretty busy, right? What have you been doing?
I've been playing that build we talked about, that poison hell of arrows, from a couple weeks back. Whenever we were looking at builds and you were like, oh, this build guide looks so trash. Look at this. This build's terrible. Grim, you should make a build guide. This build looks so terrible. Look at this. This don't even look fun to play. Look at this trash. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, no, most of the skills are okay. It's this gearing's pretty trash. So I've been working on that.
I might come across a bit harsh at times. I understand. Hail of Arrows is not a meme skill. No, I mean Hail of Arrows is good. The only issue with that is like I remember you and I were watching that video together, Grim, where it was like it deals poison damage, but it doesn't apply poisons. So like it doesn't get like the stacking poison benefit that you normally associate with poisons. And like you had some idea of like how to do it better. If you actually make a build, if my bullying is going to convince you to make a build guide, I'm proud of me. Good. You know what? Excellent. I like it.
Be prepared
right,
for
Ace.
salt the wounds.
Ace, what have you been up to? I think you've been super busy with school. Is that right?
I'm heading into finals, so a little bit.
And
I also am losing my voice apparently. I'm sorry, go ahead.
it's okay. I have my tea right here too. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You're I think you're a grad student, but I don't know what you're studying. Do you want to talk about that?
Sure. I'm not shy about that. Yes, I am a grad student. This is my last year of grad school, and I am in social work school. So next May, God willing, assuming nothing goes wrong with any of my courses and any of that stuff, I will be walking across that stage and getting my master's degree. Fingers crossed.
Hope it goes
But,
well for you.
Yeah, thank you. But I am looking forward to the break coming up in December. Going to be certainly trying to stream more because it's not been fun trying to get everything done and scheduling wise.
There's plenty of time for streaming after the finals are done. It's fine.
Exactly. And the nice thing is patch drops on the 10th. My last day of classes is the 11th. That Sunday, I am going all day.
Awesome. All right.
So.
I'll put it in the calendar then. Give me an idea. What are you excited for? Like what's like the first like maybe one thing, two things, maybe a unique item. What are you looking forward to on the 10th?
Honestly, I'm definitely gonna be trying out that rogue skill. The Umbral Blades looked great. It looked well, I saw the skill, the thing with the ice, the frostbite. I was like, all right, this is a no-brainer for me. I have to try it out. The nice thing is I already have a Blade Dancer that I'm kind of working up to, so I'm probably going to be swapping to that at some point just to see. So that's going to happen probably that Sunday. And then I think the other thing I really, really, really wanted to try out was a Lich, this next build. I know I said I don't like minions. The only reason I'm trying it is because I like sights as a weapon. And Heavy's Unique just looked really cool.
All right. So I think we even have Heavy in chat right now. I started linking to Heavy's resources before I even knew who Heavy was. But if you type in I think it's like exclamation point loot filter in my own chat. I've got like some of his stuff posted in there. Like in case people want to make their, or I guess use a loot filter instead of making their own if they're a new player. So that was my introduction to Heavy, but now he's got a unique he's adding to the game. So do you want to talk to us about it?
I mean, I saw the tail end of it. I hope the question was for me and not for Grim.
No, question's for you first.
Okay.
Question's definitely for you.
The bit that I saw, like I was the Saturday reveal, I was supposed to be home for it and I wasn't, so I caught the tail end of it. But the unique in and of itself, the artwork is really what like caught my eye past everything else. Like I said, I'm not a minion person, so the stats, I'm not sure how the Lich interactions work. I'm not sure how things are going to work really for that build. I'm honestly going to be looking up a build guide for it, just because I don't know the class. But really what stood out to me was how absolutely stunning that artwork was. Like I just don't have words for how. I linked it to my husband, actually. I was like, you need to see this. I don't know what you're doing. You need to drop it. You need to look at it. So
The
Like, I
artwork.
came home. Yes, the artwork.
The artwork for all the new unique items, including this, what this is called Death's Embrace, which is Heavy's new item.
Yes.
The artwork that for everything that they've released so far has been like out of this world.
Yes,
Like it's really, really good. There's a whole staff update coming as well, where they're like changing all the staff bases to be new things, and there's like all the artwork is laid out, you know, vertically everything, and it's like the staffs are fine, like they got some good text on them, but they're beautiful. Like they're really, really good so far. I like it.
It's so pretty. Like, I know with the orange background, it's a little bit hard to see it, and I'm sure it will be because, you know, our character models are small, but the reveal, like, that was what I saw on my phone when I was trying to watch it when I was out of the house. I'm like, oh my god, this is so pretty. I have to choose something with it. I don't care what, but it's gonna be something. So that's what I'm excited for.
I like it. I think they haven't showed us what they're going to look like yet, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is December 10th the 084 patch? Is that also the update for the Acolyte and the Mage character model? Do I remember that?
I am not 100% sure, I'll be honest.
All right.
Heavy says...
Twitch chat says yes. Good.
Okay.
So if this is your
Heavy
first
says
time
yes,
playing a
and he would
Lich...
know better than us.
If this is your first time playing a Lich using the new unique item that Heavy's adding into the game, I think you're in for a treat. Maybe all the character models are getting updated too. All Sentinel, okay, Sentinel, Mage, and Sentinel too? Man, I didn't even know that.
Wow.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
But yeah, so super thrilled about that. I specifically waited too until I was like, you know, there's probably going to be stuff coming out. I'm going to wait to play some of the classes I haven't tried yet. So.
Wait a minute, which classes haven't you tried?
What have you seen me play?
Rogue mostly.
I played Mage. Rogue and Mage are my only two. I was leveling up, what's it called? Oh my goodness. I think I was leveling up a Primalist. I didn't get too far on
it. That's a pretty standard. That's a pretty standard situation. To be fair,
I started doing a Primalist and I stopped. Yeah.
I started the Primal. I might have actually even deleted it. I'm not 100% sure. But there's a reason for that. I started it before they did the Primalist update, and I knew that there were new things coming, so I deliberately waited. I was like, okay, no, I'm going to wait for like the full experience. I don't want to get too attached to something and just be disappointed at the end of the day. So let me wait.
Like, what if you accidentally fall in love with walking around like Groot? Little twig arms, twig head, and everything.
If I want that, I could just go watch Guardians of the Galaxy.
I remember it was one of my first interactions with Quiet, and Quiet is the supporter who added like Legacy of the Quiet Forest and like Ravenous Void in the game. I was talking to him one time, and I was like, you know, I can't wait for them to change this and update it, because like I'm gonna play Spriggan form someday, but I don't want to look like Groot. And then he just like looked at his camera and he's like, but I love Groot. Like I love it. It's like any time that somebody loves something, it's like it's somebody else's least favorite part of the game. And every time you hate something, it's like it's like a 0 or a 10, you know? Like somebody's gonna have the opposite reaction as you are. I just don't want to look like Groot, man. I want to look swole. Come on, I want to look good.
Can I just really quickly shout out something with Quiet that has just been stuck on my head for the past couple of weeks? I'm not a what is it? Someone who tweets? I don't know if there's a word for it, but I don't use Twitter very frequently. I've only just started, and I saw Quiet post something saying that he's had lost his voice and he wasn't able to stream. And I don't know why. My dumbass was like, so if you were to stream today with no voice, would it be a quiet stream? I literally tweeted that back to him. And then Castle like linked a Ron Swanson meme after. I'm like, okay, my day, my week has been made. I don't need anything else.
All right.
Perfect.
Listen,
I mean, you might as well deactivate your Twitter account after that. You're never actually going to top that. There's no way to top that series of interactions. So
if you don't like someone on Twitter, just block them. Like I know whenever I give this advice, it sounds like I'm telling you to make your own echo chamber, and I am, but that's what social media is. So just like, I'm gonna trust that the people in the chat and people on Spotify and YouTube and the people here right now, like, I'm trusting that you're not a sociopath, right? If you see something on Twitter that just like makes your blood boil and makes you really angry, just block that person, man. Just get them out. Twitter is really not that bad if you're willing to block people. It's okay. It's okay.
Are very
Block
scary
them.
to me. And I don't know if it's like I truly, I don't understand how I missed the boat with some social media things, Twitter being one of them. And like now trying to learn it, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know about this.
So tell me about this TikTok that's popular with the kids these days. What is that? Huh? I will say something kind of cool happened regarding like social media and whatnot. So this is like kind of tangent to Last Epoch. So most of Last Epoch content is all on Twitch. Sometimes you have a community like Path of Exile where like there's a little bit of people who are on YouTube, but like when it comes to like the YouTube community, there's like the people who are on Twitch as well. Like, you know, Boardman's gonna be on Twitch, Epic Builds or Dread makes content on Twitch as well. And like most people are streaming on Twitch and then making their videos on YouTube. There has been a lot of movement on like people on Twitch, like, you know, migrating to YouTube, not only doing their videos there and also doing their streaming there too. And like, I don't know, we can talk about it if you want, but I will say one thing. So YouTube Shorts is like super easy. It's basically TikTok, right? It's just like watered down garden variety TikTok. Yeah, YouTube gaming has literally zero discoverability. Sure does. So
You are 100%
YouTube,
correct, Flintler.
so YouTube Shorts, they're gonna make it so that when you take like a clip of a YouTube stream, that it like instantly just becomes a YouTube short and gets like stuck into the algorithm, into like the kinds of stuff that people see. And like, man, they're doing so many cool things on YouTube. And like, even then, even with all the cool changes they're making, it's like, I see no reason to stream there. I don't know, man. It's
so
cool, I guess.
Like, as someone who's currently wearing a Twitch hoodie, I'm telling you right now, if there was actual discoverability on YouTube, I would go there in a heartbeat.
Like, I
think
don't
the
know how to
discoverability-
find streams on YouTube.
That's what I'm saying. If there was discoverability, I would go there in a heartbeat. But there's not, so there's like no reason to leave Twitch. Like, there's no shot that anyone's going to find your stream really, if you're not somebody who's already huge.
And like Ace said a second ago, she's already getting hosted by the devs on their Friday Friday streams.
That was one time.
Hey, one time counts. It counts. It's good.
It counts.
It totally threw me off guard too. I was like shaking after it.
It's good
Oh
stuff
my
though.
God.
All right, I just, man, every time we talk about social media, I need to like digress just a little bit. But all right, what's happening? Last Epoch, something about this game?
Yeah, I don't know where that
Allegedly, we're
tangent
getting
came
a
from.
huge patch.
Sure.
Allegedly, we're getting a new patch. I am so flipping excited. All right, so what do we talk about first? Let's talk about crafting just for a moment, right? There's a lot of people who are looking at crafting. So Ace, you even said that you were looking at a video, and I think it's a video that I've been parodying for a long time, of someone talking about like how cool the crafting system is in Last Epoch. So
Oh yeah.
there's a video. I think it's Yoji from the Path of Exile community. Makes a lot of like funny content, and he was talking about Last Epoch, 2 years ago or so. And he was like, "Whoa, the crafting system in Last Epoch is fun and rewarding, and it makes you feel like you know what's going on." And like every time I brick my item, every time that I find an exalted item and I try to remove it and it takes the exalted modifier off, every time that I get shafted by crafting, I'm just like, the crafting system is fun and rewarding. The crafting system is fun. And it's like, finally, we're changing that. So like December 10th, we're going to have so many ways to fix an item that aren't just like Russian roulette. Like, it's so good. I'm proper excited for the crafting change. If that were the only change, I would still be through the roof excited.
That's fair. I've also bricked a ton of items, so I'm very excited for the crafting changes as well. it would be so nice not having my exalted modifier get removed when there's 3 other modifiers you could have picked. Literally any of the other 3, I wouldn't care. But like it always picks the exalted. I swear it does. And I know that's just like, I know that's biased because it doesn't actually always pick the exalted. But I'm telling you, if I want to use the item, it always picks the exalted.
It's rigged. It's rigged. It's rigged. It's rigged.
I will say this: I break a lot of items whenever I'm crafting, but every time that I feel so sad about breaking an item, I just tune into your stream, Perry, and watch you craft the most perfect shit, and it just pisses me off. And I'm just like, why does this happen to Perry? Like, I've been breaking stuff for the last 20 minutes. I tuned into Perry. He just crafted a nice, perfect tier 21 boot with like tier 6 movement speed, health, and all a bunch of nice crap on it. And I'm sitting there like,
the only reason that my RNG ever looks good is that I spin the RNG wheel way more than you do. I
think you pray to Mike too much.
Every
I hear
single
you in your stream saying, Mike, if you're listening, help me, baby Jesus, save me.
Yeah. No, I'm excited. We've seen some people make some YouTube videos, and we've seen lots of analysis talking about what the new crafting changes are going to be. Is the Gambler going to be too strong? Are people going to just sit at the Gambler all day? Are people going to farm exalted items? Are people going to farm arena? Are people what are people going to do with all these changes? But like, we're still missing one big piece of information, right? Like, we don't know the purpose for which you're crafting, because like the reason you're crafting is to do something with legendary items, presumably. We just don't know anything about legendary items. Like, we're missing one piece of information, but it's a really big piece of information. So I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to it, but like, I don't know what we're gonna do.
Eternity Cache comes out of this patch too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Legendary items.
They haven't revealed too much on that though, as far as like how that's gonna work, right?
Nope.
Darn.
That's exactly what I was gonna say, because we were told that the Eternity Cache is coming this patch, legendaries are coming this patch, but we have no idea how. We have no idea what's going to happen. The only hint we got was save your exalted items, right? Wasn't that the line? Like, save your crappy exalted items, you might need them. I was like,
all that made us do is spend all of our gold getting a bunch of stash tabs and then just hoarding everything. It's like, oh boy, I found tier 6 minion dodge. Better save it in case it's good.
Well, I'm not saving any of those still.
Oh, right. Sorry. It has the word minion on it. My mistake.
Yeah. It also, heavy is correct, is exalted items with good affixes, which means, unless it's like really close to a max roll, I don't give a crap about it, basically. And also, my stash is still almost full anyway.
The Glyph of Chaos. Oh god, there's so many good topics. I'm so excited. So the Glyph of Chaos, we can talk about this for just a moment. It's a Chaos Orb from Path of Exile, which is cool. But it's a Chaos Orb for exactly one modifier. So the rest of the item stays the same, and you Chaos spam one thing, and it goes up, and it spins to something else. Oh, man.
Can I just really quickly just pipe in? The way that they snuck in exalted orbs into this patch, like, hello? Did no one else catch that?
What about sneaking in the Mirror of Kalandra into this patch? Get a copy your item too. It's got them. It's not exactly the same. It's a mirror, but like, so in PoE when you mirror something, the mirrored copy, the output, you can't do anything to it.
Yeah.
But like, so when you use the mirror, does anybody know what the mirror thing is called? Twitch chat, can you help me? When you use the mirror in Last Epoch, it's going to take both the resulting item and the previous item and reduce their crafting potential down to 0. So you can't actually do anything on either item after you dupe it. The Rune of Creation. Okay, there we go.
Yes.
So like, it's got some differences, but like, the reason you're using it is to get legendaries. We just don't know what legendaries are, man. Come on, where's the juice? Come on, Mike. Oh, wait. I just said I was going to stop praying to Mike. Come on. Judd, give me something.
Yeah, well, just pick a different dev. It's fine.
He didn't answer those calls. You got a better chance with Mike.
Maybe someday. If we can get, I told chat this already. If we can ever get a dev on the stream, I'll give you like a week notice. We'll compile all of our questions ahead of time. I would love to have a dev in here.
That would be fantastic. I'm looking forward to that because I'm sure that'll happen someday.
That would
I'd be
be
down for it.
awesome.
I would be very excited.
Whoop.
Although now, like the one thing I was going to complain about, I can't complain about anymore because they're fixing the crafting system. So.
We still have like 8 days left. If you want to complain, you got plenty of time.
That's
Go
fair.
for it.
That's fair. There was something else I wanted to complain to a dev about one time too. It had something to do with some chapter 9 mob, which that's not terribly shocking.
I'm already agreeing with you. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, it doesn't matter
really-
which one I pick. I just pick one, and Perry's like, "Yeah, it's fine. That one also sucks. You're right."
Yeah.
They probably have an entire list of everything wrong with the Chapter 9 mobs from people complaining
it's
on
really
forums.
fun. So the thing that's nice about the Chapter 9 mobs, like every time that someone, joins you or like comments on like a YouTube video, joins you in Twitch chat, like hits you on like Twitter or something, and they're like, "Last Epoch sucks. I died to this monster." And it's like, yeah, here's a clip of me dying to that monster too. We're all dying to the same monster. It's great. We had
So don't worry.
Yeah, so during the Vision GL tournament, which is the community racing that Vision does, it's been excellent. I'm really high opinion of it. I'm glad that he's going to continue doing that. In fact, I think we're even going to have him on in maybe 2 or 3 weeks. We'll have him on the podcast as well. So this past weekend was the hardcore rogue tournament, and I thought my character was really good, but I got 2-shot. It feels bad. We had someone join in chat. And they were like, I hate playing in hardcore. I've been playing for 100 hours, and I thought I was pretty good. And I just got 1-shot by a Scalebane bodyguard. And now I hate this game, and I'm so mad. And it's like, so I see Nair is in Twitch chat right now for this podcast. And I was like, hey, Nair, queue up a Scalebane bodyguard clip number 0186. And he's like, yup, gotcha. So we just watched like a compilation of Nair dying over and over to the linebackers. It's like, listen, like I know you're mad. I know you're frustrated by getting 1-shot by the Scalebane bodyguard, but it doesn't mean you're bad. It just means that this is bullshit. He 1-shots everyone. I don't understand why it's there. I also don't understand why it's only Nair over and over. That guy's got like the worst luck I've ever seen.
Poor Nair.
Oh, it was going to be the meteor guys. That was the one I was going to complain about.
I'm
The
dying.
ones that launch meteors.
Oh my god,
off
fuck
screen.
those guys.
Yeah. I'm chilling in an arena run. Everything's going good. I'm at like wave 152 or something. I'm like, this is going fantastic. And then a fireball just comes out of nowhere and just kills my character. And I'm like, oh, okay, sure. I guess I suck. Got it.
So those are the Ember Mages. And to be fair, when the Ember Mages show up, you do have like a good 5 or maybe 6 milliseconds before you just right? If you're watching the screen, it really shouldn't be that hard to avoid them.
I mean, that would help if they were on the screen.
Yeah.
But they're not. They're on the other side of the damn arena.
I like hardcore. I think hardcore is great. And I'm going to continue recommending people to play hardcore. But yeah, Cynical, you're right.
For me, it was the Ember Mages from last patch, and God help me, those assassins that blink to you. I wanted to kill someone.
Which one? Which assassin that blinks to you?
Honestly,
know what?
fair point. Oh Lord, I don't remember their name. I'm sure I'll die to it again at some point.
Oh,
so
sure. So there's a
tell you.
Scalebane one that literally blinks on top of you.
Yeah.
But then there's also, God, I've been learning the names of monsters just so that I know what to complain about. It's been a journey for me. There's the zealots as well, and the zealots don't blink on you. They just dash incredibly quickly so that none of your projectiles hit. So yeah, it's kind of the same.
Fantastic.
Cool.
Nah.
Oh yes.
So anyways, last Epoch, good game. Super excited to play it. Y'all should play it too. It's really fun.
And you got the scarabs that push you around.
I
hate those things.
No. The guys that push you around?
The scarabs, I hate those things.
They're hilarious.
No, not whenever you have like 10 of those things on the screen. You're just
That's
getting pushed
the fun part.
Grim, don't you play minion builds? How are you getting hit? Shouldn't your minions be getting pushed? Hold on.
Wait, yeah, what?
I'm playing minion builds. I've been playing a rogue. But this rogue, actually, my rogue right now is not bad. I just dump rate of arrows. Everything just melts right now, so I don't really care.
No, the scarabs
up with hell of arrows.
When there's 10 scarabs on the screen and they're all playing bumper cards with you, it's hilarious. Come on, like yeah, dying to them sucks, but at least you're having a good time while you're dying to them. They're great.
Yeah, you're just watching yourself be ping-ponged around the area.
It feels like a very bad League of Legends match whenever the other team has way too much CC.
Yes. Actually, though.
You're like, can I please play the game? I just want to play the game.
Like, I'm done being stunned. Just leave. Go elsewhere. Oh my goodness.
Can I bring up Arcane on Netflix, the anime?
Please.
No spoilers.
Please?
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, no spoilers.
Okay.
I'm not gonna talk about it. The number of like young impressionable minds who have been debated into thinking League of Legends is a fun game just because they're watching Arcane on Netflix.
That's how I feel.
Pearl's little sibling. They were like, oh, like I want to go play League of Legends. It looks fun. I was like, literally, no.
Nope.
It's like, no. I can't let you do that. I'm sorry. I love you too much.
But they removed all chat. There's no way the game's still super toxic. And I'm like, all chat's not the problem. It's my teammates, buddy.
Have you ever had Grim Reaper on your team?
All chat is still in the game. Hold your horses. All chat is still in the game.
I thought they like muted it by default or something where like you have to turn it on.
You just get yourself your own macro so you can auto mute everybody as soon as you get in the game. That's the first thing you do is just mute everybody on your team and everybody on their team, and you just go about your business. You dominate your lane, and that's all you do.
This guy leagues.
Dude, I play Teamfight Tactics and I mute the whole lobby. Okay, just
isn't Teamfight Tactics a solo game?
no.
Oh, okay.
It's the auto battler. But I still mute the entire lobby because I don't feel like listening to some dude complain. Because that's all it is. It's like one dude. It's the dude who goes last in the lobby just complaining in chat the whole time. And I'm like, you know, if you weren't typing an essay, you might be doing better. I'm just saying.
No, I'm looking forward to watching it, but I also have played League. There are days I miss it, but then there are days I'm just like, no.
There's days that I miss ARAM.
Yes. Actually,
Yeah.
I agree with that completely.
That's
100%.
accurate.
That's
like-
all I play, baby. Let's go.
But like actual League of Legends, like
Every
That-
time
that
I got
spellbook game.
somewhere. What?
Spellbook too. The game mode they got out right now, where you get an extra ultimate. If you haven't played it yet,
Grim, you're the only person who knows about this.
I mean, I know that it's
that's because
active
I still
because
play
I have.
League.
Well, I know it's active because I have to log into the League client to play Teamfight Tactics, but like I have no interest in actually playing it.
It's actually pretty fun, especially if you get Rise with Nunu ult. Because you just activate your Rise teleport, cast Nunu ult while it's channeling. They all group around thinking that they're going to be able to kill you because it's one Rise, and all of a sudden you appear and kaboom. Everybody's dead. I got a pentakill and I killed the dragon duo in that one match.
Well, that
I was
doesn't
happy.
sound broken at all.
No, it's not. It's absolutely fun, especially with a full AP Rise.
Sounds perfectly balanced.
It is
I
perfectly
feel like I'm
balanced.
learning more about the kind of builds that Grim likes in Last Epoch as well. It's like, what's the one biggest, dumbest thing we can get? It's like, oh, assemble abomination. Yeah, okay.
Cinder Strike?
I get it. I'm listening. I'm
Oh, Ace.
You heard that?
That was messed up.
Well, what did I miss?
I said Cinder Strike.
Hey! Don't you talk bad about Cinder Strike.
No, you know I'm not. I like Cinder Strike. I just needed to do better. No.
So
I need him to do better with Cinder Strike.
There is a Cinder Strike build out there. There's a like a bow ignite Cinder Strike build that Epic builds put together on YouTube.
Okay.
I know Amarathi is sitting in chat right now as well. He convinced me to play a different version of it, going crit instead. Crit is like I think decoy itself, because of course all the Cinder Strike builds these days are using the unique relic for turning your decoy into like the holy hand grenade. It's called something blasting agent, Kelton blasting agent. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So playing a crit decoy or like a crit decoy Cinder Strike build with the big Boomba. Decoy itself has like a 600% effectiveness of added damage. And of course, if you're attacking with Cinder Strike, you can get like a bunch of flat throwing damage, and Decoy counts as a throwing skill for some reason. If you want to have a good time, honest to goodness, play that thing. It is so satisfying. Clicking one button and having 0.5 mil damage, just it is real satisfying.
I do have 100 what's it called? Bow Mage. I could just retool that a little bit.
And you got a couple days to go before. Oh yeah, wait, you got I was gonna say
do I really?
I was like, you got time to go before the patch. Okay, oh, I got take your exams. Fine. But like
There's
after
a
that, I got to build for you.
I'll be sure to. I'm gonna write that down in my little planner with everything else on it, and I'll get back to you about that.
Perfect. All right.
Excellent.
Oh my goodness. No, but Cinder Strike, I tried to do. I asked you about it, the Cinder Strike build, when you were doing Blade Dancer Cinder Strike, because I was trying to do a Cinder Strike bow build, and it just wasn't working. Like,
in my defense, Kelpin blasting agent didn't exist back then, so
fair.
it wasn't even a possibility.
Fair, but still, it was just like that was the first thing I tried to do. That was my first character. That's the character that got to 100, and I switched to Bow Mage to get to 100. But like, it was a fun skill. Just please, I need some more.
Yeah,
Please,
I would love if Cinder Strike itself could deal damage.
Yes.
It has increased damage. It has penetration. It has flat damage. It has defense. It has daggers. It has crit. It has alternate. It's got everything on it except for damage. So
it has so much potential.
If you pair it with a grenade, then all of a sudden it's a pretty good build. It's super satisfying. I don't care if I make a build guide. I want someone to make a build guide for that, just so that we can all point to YouTube and be like, "Hey, new player, go have fun. Go do this thing over here."
It does sound pretty silly though. One button. Holy hand grenade's a good way to put it. That's funny. I will have to check that out.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for us on this last week of Epoch. Thank you guys for tuning in. Ace, thank you so much for being our guest this week. We appreciate you coming on. And from all of us here at Last Week of Epoch, we'll catch you guys in the next one.